Lifelong Bay Ridge resident Tommy Gross also goes by the nickname Rebel. And he is a rebel, that is, against neighborhood change. That's why he made his 88th Street home a shrine to what Bay Ridge used to be decades ago. Hand-painted signs from old Bay Ridge vintage diners and ice cream parlors decorate nearly every wall of his house. As a graffiti artist and history buff, he refurbishes some of the signs, displays them, and is prepared to tell their story to anyone who wants to know.
And basically, I will not hang anything in my home unless it has a personal meaning to me and a story behind it. Like, I'm not going to go to IKEA and buy like a cool picture of a rose and hang it in my house. I refuse to do that. At the time I saw the sign, it said graffiti is out, and my name was Rebel, so I was like, no, graffiti is in and I love graffiti. So it's kind of like this sign is a mockery. Being a rebel with graffiti, and it's fresh is in. Fresh is like a graffiti word, actually, a breakdancing word. And for them to say best clothes, best neighborhood, and best block, when you're writing graffiti on everybody's block. But then when you stop writing graffiti and you get older, you mature, you want to have the nicest block, the nicest neighborhood, and the nicest clothes. So the sign, as I got older, the sign kind of grew into my beliefs. Like, nobody else can own the things in my house because there's only one made. Unless I replicate it or somebody else does, you're not going to find these things in anybody else's home. They're very unique and individualized.
Unique like the signs at Hinch's Luncheonette at 5th Avenue and 85th Street, which was set to close its doors for good in September.
So in going there and appreciating the signs for so many years, I noticed that it was closing down. So my goal was to save the signs that were in there.
Tommy also penned a letter on the window of the diner, expressing the establishment's value to the community. He must have had some impact because the diner reopened on November 28th, operated by the owners of Skinflint's, another Fifth Avenue restaurant.
So I just took the marker out. And if you asked me what I was writing, I wouldn't be able to tell you. So I kneeled down and I signed it. And you know when you're so into something, you're so drawn into it that you don't notice what's going on around you because you're so into it. I felt like somebody was watching me, but I was so driven, I just kept writing and writing and writing. And when I had gotten up, I noticed that there was a lady behind me crying.
It was this moment that confirmed for Tommy what he had known all along. Locals don't want the Old Bay Ridge to go away. The Old Bay Ridge, he says, refers to more than just stores that have been in the neighborhood for decades.
The thing I miss mainly about the older Bay Ridge is the sense of community. And mainly it's the people. I miss having, knowing all my neighbors when I was a kid.
Some say that it's important to leave the past behind. But Tommy Gross is doing just the opposite with the Brooklyn memorabilia in his home. Although Brooklyn is changing, Tommy is grabbing a piece of all of it before it's gone. In Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, I'm Amanda Woods.